Hi everyone. So I've had a request to show you how to add widgets to your blog. So here goes. So right now I'm in the dashboard of my blog, and basically if I look down the left-hand side, you'll see that one of my options is appearance, and if I hover over that, widgets pops up, third one down. So I'm just going to click on that. And this is going to take me to my widgets area. So basically, you'll notice in this particular theme, I actually have 6 different widget areas. I have a primary widget area, which is going to be in my sidebar. Then I've got a secondary widget area, which would be below that primary widget in the sidebar. And then I have 4 widgets that sit in the footer of my blog, so that's at the bottom. So I really prefer my sidebar widgets. So that's the only one that I'm going to use. But you'll notice that how many widgets you have and where they sit depends on the theme that you're using. So you'll need to check out what kinds of widgets you have available with the particular theme that you're using, and you may find that you have to change themes if it's not what you're looking for. But in this case, I have lots of options. So I'm only going to work with my primary widget area. You'll notice that nothing happens if I don't fill these in, then they just don't show up. So it's not really a big deal. So I can just ignore them. So I go to my primary widget area, and you can see that I have all of these options down the side of widgets that I can install. So, some things that I might want to do would be maybe categories. So I'm going to add that widget. Maybe I also would like, let's see. So we've got some options for displaying an image. So maybe if I had a Gravatar profile, I could link to that. But I'm just going to put an image in, because sometimes it's nice to have an image of you on your blog, just so people know who they're reading. So I'm going to add that one. And the last one I'm going to show you is just going to be my Twitter timeline. And so basically, I can add as many as I want. I don't really want a million of them down the side, because it's going to be distracting, but pick the ones that work for you. You'll see if you could have a list of pages, or a list of comments, a list of your recent posts, a search list. So you have lots of different options. So when I head back up here, I just need to do a little editing for my widgets. So under the categories one, I'm just going to put the title as categories, because that seems logical. And then I'm not going to click any of these because I don't really want any of these things. So I'm just going to hit save. And then I can pull this up. Now for my image widget, you'll notice that I can put in a title. So maybe I'll put, here I am, because I'm going to put an image of myself. But you'll see that I have to put in an image URL. And basically, what that means in practice is that it's helpful if I have already uploaded a picture over in my media area, so that I can use that. So I'm just going to save this for now. And I'm going to head over to my media, into my library, and you'll see that I have already uploaded an image of myself in there, so that I can use that. And so basically, if I look over on the right-hand side, it actually gives me a URL for that image. So I'm just going to copy that, and it's the URL that will take me essentially to the media library. So that's pretty handy. So I've copied that. I head back into my widgets. So I've still got my categories one here. Here's my image one, so I'm going to throw the image URL in there. Don't really want any of these captions. I am hoping that they'll determine the image size, but we'll see how that works. I don't really need the image to go anywhere when it's clicked, but I could do that if I wanted to. Since it just goes back into my WordPress library, it's not super necessary. So I'm going to save that. And then the last thing that I'm doing here is my Twitter timeline. This is super easy these days. All I really need to do is throw in my username. and then save that. And of course, I can change some of these if I'd like, but just keeping it simple for now. So now that I've done all of those, I'm going to head back to my blog to take a look. And you'll see down the side that I have my widgets. So I've got categories, then I've got my image. So definitely going to have to play with my image because yeah, that is way too big. A lot of detail in my hair though. And then over to my tweets at the bottom there, right? So I've got all of my chosen widgets. So I'm just going to go back and then, you know, because I noticed that so that I have some issues with the sizing there, I'm just going to play around with it, you know, and I'm going to see what happens. So if I say maybe, you know, I want it to be 100 by 100, we'll see what happens. We'll save it, and it's taking the image URL out again, so I'm just going to paste that back in there. We'll hope for the best here. We'll just see how it works and what size it ends up being. So again, come back to look at my widgets, and here we go. I now have a widget, a picture of me in there. What I also could have done was actually go to look at the size of the image, and then I could have done it from there. And that would make a more exact science, but it's working all right here. If I got the exact measurements, it would probably sit a little bit less squishy. But for now, I think you get the point. And so yeah, you can see how to put some widgets into your blog. So enjoy.